Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? It's your boy Purple Slushy NFT coming back with another video. Today's video, I'm going to be talking about something that piqued my interest a little bit earlier in a Discord chat that I had with a few other people. Before we get into the video, I just want to say thank you guys for all the support. We finally hit 100 subscribers. Super dope. I did not think that we were going to do that in the first month, but you guys have been loving the videos. You guys have been loving the content, and it just makes me want to make more content. Like always, don't forget to start every single day with a smile on your face. And if you want to get more content than what I just post on my YouTube channel, definitely follow me over on Twitter, and I post a lot of good alpha information over there as well. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about when to take profit from your NFTs that you buy and you sell. So for the most part, when I like to talk about this, I like to talk about when you start with a mint or something like that, what to mint and when to hold and when to sell. So when you get into the NFT game, you'll learn over time when to buy, when to hold, and when to sell. When I look into projects, I like to look at not only the roadmap, but also the founders. It's really important that you look into the founders when you invest into a project, because you're not only investing into the project itself, you're investing into the founders. So what is their background like? What have they worked on in the past? Have they worked on any NFT projects in the past? Have they worked together in collaborations with other projects? Have they worked outside of the NFT space? If so, what did they do? Things like that. Because it's really important to know that you're investing into something that, the founders are going to actually come through on. That's the number one thing that I look for when I'm looking into a project long term. I'm also looking into the roadmap. What do they have? Are they going to be having stuff in the side of the metaverse? Are you going to be able, if it's an avatar project, are you going to be able to use the avatar inside of the metaverse? Is it going to be some sort of project that's going to bring you some sort of utility that will be useful in the upcoming stages of NFTs? Is it going to be land? Land assets are very valuable. I highly recommend with most land assets to hold these assets long term, especially land assets that you'll be able to build on yourself, that you can rent out to other people, things like that, where you can actually be earning some sort of currency that you can convert into USD or spend in other things or that you can spend inside of the NFT universe, or that you can spend in the real world. So that's another thing that I look for. I also look for, if you want to, say for example, I had this conversation with somebody earlier. They said that they had something that they minted for around 0.08 and the floor was currently 0.5, but they didn't know if they should sell it or not. I told them, I said 0.5 Ethereum, I said that's pretty good. That's pretty good profit. You bought it for 0.08. You're making almost half of an Ethereum off of that. And that's pretty good money. And the thing is they're like, well, what if it goes up? And I always tell people, it's like, you never know what's going to happen with projects. A project could go up or a project could go down. The project could go up to an Ethereum. You could sell it right now for half of an Ethereum. The project could go up the next day to an Ethereum. Now, are you going to look back and be like, dang, I should have waited and held and made that profit? Or, it could have been the other. You could have, bought it for 0.08 Ethereum. It goes up to 0.5 and you're like, no, I'm going to wait till it goes up to an Ethereum. The next day it could go the whole way down to 0.1 and you're like, dang, I should have sold for that 0.5. So the way I look at it is any profit is good profit. Use any profit that you get as a positive experience. You made money, you did good. That's what we're all in this space for. You want to be able to make money, and we're all learning in this space. Yeah, there's going to be those times that you might sell something and it could have went up and you could have made a lot more money. But the thing is you can't use these negative experiences negatively and let them hold you down. You got to use these negative experiences as experiences to build yourself up, to take these negative experiences, use them in future projects, future investments, future endeavors that you go into, and use these negative experiences as positive experiences and as building blocks to make yourself not only better investor, better in the NFT space, but just a better overall person with everything, like anything in life. Any negative experiences that you go through, you should use these negative experiences as positive experiences and turn these negatives into positives. That way you grow as a person, you grow and you learn from your old mistakes. That's why it's very important not to get hard on yourself, because not everybody's perfect. Everybody's going to run into these, these things where they either lose money or something in your life doesn't go the right way, but it's all about how you come back. A great quote from Rocky that I like to always use is, it's not about how hard you get hit. It's about how many times you get hit and you get back up and you keep moving forward. So at the end of the day, you could, sell something for half of an ETH and it goes up to 10 ETH in the following week. And you're like, wow, that could have been life-changing money, but you still made profit. You still did good. There's going to be more projects in the future. Don't let that negative moment in your life hold you back from future NFT projects or future things in your life that you could go through and you could do. So that's what I always like to talk about. And that's what I always like to preach when it comes to being in the NFT game. Always take profit, especially if it's going to be money that can help you in the real world. Say, for example, you have a project that's worth, 10 Ethereum. 10 Ethereum right now, that's like $32,000. So if you could sell a picture that you might have bought for under an Ethereum or under 0.1 Ethereum if you minted it, and now it's worth 10 Ethereum, that's rent for a year. That's a car for people. That's paying off their student loans. That's a lot of money. So a lot of this money in the NFT space, it's not going to be around forever. A lot of these projects might pump up really high and they're going to dip. This isn't like, for a sure thing. This is like very similar to the .com boom in the very early stages of, when the internet came around. So when the internet came around, how many websites are still around from the internet? We got Google, Yahoo, AOL, Microsoft, Apple. That's all I can think of off the top of my head. We got like 4 or 5 big giants that are still around that have survived throughout the years. That's the same thing that's going to happen with these NFT projects. So take your profits. One really good method that I like to use for taking profits. For example, I want to actually talk about this project that just dropped today, and let's pull it up. Frankenpunks. Let's look at the activity. So this just revealed today. Let's look. The mint was 0.08. The mint was 0.08. Then they were immediately selling for 0.4. They went the whole way up to 0.7. Then they came back down to 0.5, 0.6, 0.55, 0.65, and they were at 0.6 earlier today or yesterday, or I think today, earlier today. And now the reveal happened, and when the reveal happened, they went from 0.6 the whole way down to 0.4, and now you can buy them from the floor for 0.28. So that's another thing. Projects, normally 95% of projects that whenever you mint them, they're going to skyrocket during the pre-reveal phase, and then during the reveal phase, they're going to drop down. So if you bought 2 of these for 0.08, the smart thing would have been selling them for pre-reveal anywhere between, 0.5 to 0.6, make, almost an ETH. If you have 3 of them, flip 3 of them for 0.6, that's almost 2 ETH. So you've made almost, $6,000 from what, a $700 investment, a $600 investment. And then if you want, you could go back in, you have 2 ETH, you could easily buy 2 of them for for 0.6, and you still have, over an ETH left over in profits. So that's the thing. With projects, you want to know what you want to hold long term. Certain projects you're not going to want to flip, like during the pre-reveal. Certain projects that you might not want to flip during the pre-reveal, unless it's life-changing. Like if the money's going to be life-changing, flip it. But projects that you don't want to flip in the long term, things like Hape. Hape is going to be amazing. That project's going to be dropping tomorrow. Invisible Friends, Collider Craftworks, NFT Worlds. Like that was an older project that already released, but that was a land project. Sandbox, like NFT lands, things like these, things that are very, very not only hyped up, but things that are going to provide utility in the future. Collider Craftworks, 3D augmented reality avatars made by a team of 84 devs who are very, very good at character customization. They've created things for Assassin's Creed, Street Fighter, Batman, things like that. Something like that is going to be very sought after. It's only a collection of 3,300. So that's going to be something that is going to be worth a lot. It's going to be something that's going to be a long-term hold because they also are coming out with a virtual wallet. So you're going to want to be able to hold something like that long-term because you can only mint 1. Something like that is going to be very expensive. So if you sell it, the buy in when the reveal happens might be pretty expensive. It might go up. It might be one of those things where the reveal, the price just stays the same. Hape. I could see the same thing happening. Hape there's like 400,000 people in the Discord. It's probably one of the most hyped up projects of this year. That's going to be another project that's going to be quite a few Ethereum, just from what I'm guessing from the hype. So that'll be another project just to look at, like go and look at it, see what happens during the pre-reveal, and then in between the pre-reveal and the reveal, see how the price stays. The same thing with these other projects. It's always good to look at projects, especially if you're new in the NFT space. Look into projects, see what you would do, like take a guess on a project. Like, if I were to buy into this project and mint it, would I keep it or would I hold it? And then see how this project does during the pre-reveal stage and the reveal stage. Use that as, wisdom and for future projects when you actually want to start investing. Also, it's really good to look at people like Takoa, Otto Suin, Gary Vee. When they tweet about a project, it normally skyrockets. So when they tweet about like the next 3 projects, look at these projects and invest. Like, don't invest. I'm not saying like invest, but I'm just saying, like, if you're new into NFTs, pretend like you're going to invest into a project like Crypto Skulls. Gary Vee tweeted about Crypto Skulls. They went up above 2 ETH and they were at below 0.1, things like that. Also, anything that I say is not financial advice. I do want to preface that, but I'm just trying to come at you guys with some wisdom of what I've learned in the NFT space overall. But with projects that like Gary Vee tweets about or something like that, look to see how they do. Look to see how these big people in the NFT space push these projects, push the floors, things like that. It's also very important to do your own research. Never ever invest into something without doing your own research going into a project. That's very, very important as well. Another project that I want to talk about that kind of did the same thing that Frankenpunks did is FOMO Mofo. So FOMO Mofo released a couple days ago. I believe the mint was like 0.08 as well. Then it went the whole way up to 0.5, 0.7. And then the reveal happened. It went the whole way up to 0.83. So this is one of those 5% of projects where after the reveal, the price actually goes up. So the pre-reveal was 0.4. Then the reveal happened and went the whole way up to 0.8. But today it went a little bit down. Now it's at 0.47. So it is still staying in that market where, it's staying above what the pre-reveal was, but that's not very common. This is very rare for a project to do this. So that's why it's good to do your research, understand what projects are selling for pre-reveal and what happens to them during the reveal. That's the biggest thing. If money is going to be an issue, say you mint 2 things and you're like, man, I really want to keep one. Well, say you mint something for 0.08 and the floor is 0.5. Sell one of them. You sold one. You just made 0.4 ETH profit, and then you still get to keep one. So not only do you get to keep one, but you made profit. So that can be something that's positive. You're like, man, I made profit and I get to keep one, and now I can use this, or if they have utility, I can use it, or I can use it as a profile picture. Do whatever you want. I think that's about it for what I wanted to talk about today. I just really wanted to come to you guys with some good information about how to invest into projects, when to buy, when to sell. There's a lot to it. I might make another video kind of like just brushing over these topics that I just talked about today. But I hope that anything that I talked about today helped you guys out. I hope that this could bring some positive vibes into your life. And remember, if you do something that is negative or you lose money on something, use that as a positive experience looking forward. Things in life, people make mistakes. Nobody in life is perfect. I've lost money in the NFT space many times. There's also been those times where I've made dubs. So, take the good with the bad, take the bad with the good. I hope that this video was able to help everybody. If you've made it this far into the video, make sure you hit that like button. It helps me out a lot. And if you really want to help me out a lot, make sure you hit that subscribe button. But until next time, it's been your boy, Perpale/NFT. I hope everyone has a blessed rest of your day. Or if you're going to bed, have a good night. Or if you're waking up, have a good morning. Have a great day today. And until next time, it's been your boy, Perpale. Peace.